All right, folks. So we're in a trade right now. Just trying to record this after hours. So trading MES. We got into this trade just following the stop. It wasn't the ideal place to get into the trade, but wanted to show you how to use the tool and what it does. So in this trade, we've put two stops, 5 contracts stop, 5 contracts stop. uh, which is above the green dots, which protects us. We want price to go up, but right now it's struggling. We're down $50. The total risk for this trade is about $350. That's how much we're going to lose when it comes, if it comes down. But if it goes up, well, we live to gain a lot more, maybe about $400 overall, but we'll see what it does. The tool is pretty straightforward. It helps you through your trade. And right now, if market was opened, I'll be trading both MES, which is the futures, and I'll be trading the SPY option contract on the right hand side. And as you can see, I have trades. So I have alerts on the right that tells me when the trade comes in for me to take it. So there's Tesla that came in around 357. Could have taken that, but it was close to the close of day. So, but it's saying it's a fresh entry, so it might be good for tomorrow. Who knows? But we don't. I don't swing trade, but I have swing trade alerts. So this is just intraday reversal. There is a swing option portion of this. If you are interested in swing trading, we have that also. So let's see what this trade does, and let me just get rid of this. So we have a clean, because all we're trading here um, is futures. So let's keep it focused on futures. We're using this power meter. This is really our bread and butter. That's what tells us whether to stay in a trade or not stay in a trade. Right now it's telling us that the bearish is weakening. The 15 minutes is green. So bearish weakening, it says the bearish bias is intact but is weakening. Cautious with new short. So it doesn't want you to get into a new position, but it's telling you that um, bear the bear strength is weakening. Then the market pulse says two or more higher time frame is bearish. It's a solid bear tape. Look for confluence above 60% for shorts. Right now for shorts we're at 40%. So we can't look to the downside and we can't really look to the upside either. But I took this for the upside just for the sake of explaining how this tool works. Now we're up $12. So we'll see how it works, and I'll show you how I trade. So right now I'm going to see if price is going to close above one of these red dots, and then we know we're quite bullish and we'll have an issue with this pullback. But once this turn green, this will go away and come to the bottom. Then we have our projections. Right now it's projecting price to come down, but price is starting to curl up. So we'll see if that continues. If it continues, then the projection 1 and projection 2 will come to the top. Then we know we're fully bullish and we'll have more confidence in it. Right now we're only down. So this is what we're down by. Right now is break even. And we have a take profit here and another take profit here. So that's what we're looking at as sell stop. We have two sell stop. We're working with 10 MES contracts here. So we're going to sell 5, keep 5, or we'll just write both of them. We'll see. We'll, we'll decide what the market tells us to do. So the tool is very intuitive and it tells us the power meter is really the brainchild of this tool. He actually does forward looking. So he's saying trend is short, but there is no signal to the short side. So you can look to take the short side. Now we're here looking at the upside. So he's still trying to find his rhythm. We'll let it do his thing. Sub $25, up 37.50. But we don't focus on how much we're making. We focus on what price is doing. So now we're getting a bull watch on the market pulse. So when you put your mouse over it, it tells you what that means. So it's saying only one higher time frame, only two or more higher time frame is bullish. So it's fluctuating between bull and bear. So we'll see what it does. This happens because we're in after hours, so price is not very fluid. If it's a regular trading day, yeah, we'll be able to have full clarity on the market. So right now we're in this trade. The most we can lose on this trade is I think $150. That's the most. And the most we can, well, there's no limit to what we can make, but right now we set the total profit to about, uh, I think, let's see, what is the total profit to be gotten here. So, that's a loss of 87.50. That's a gain of three. Okay, so we're looking at about $500. $500 to one, so about $140 risk for to make $500. That's really what that means. We're risking $140 with a with an opportunity to make $500. It's like a 1 to 3, which is a fair exchange. So what is the difference between this triangle and this triangle? Well, this triangle, not triangle, sorry. Difference between these candles, these small candles and these big candles. The small candles looks at the 3-minute time frame. The big candles look at the 30-minute time frame. The, the system is actually trading the 30 minutes time frame and not the 3 minutes, but it's sitting on the 3 minutes for early entry. Right now, this 59% is saying we're in a high probability zone. There are buyers sitting here that will push the price up, but there's only a 59% chance that price will not go below this, right? So that's why the stop is below that in the event that it tries to go below it. But there's a 59% chance that price will not go below it. So when you see a high probability zone, then you know, okay, there are some buyers. If it's green, there are buyers sitting there. If it's red, there are sellers sitting there. That's what that means. If you look at the SPY on the right hand side, this is a 28% high probability zone is red. So there are sellers sitting here. If price starts to come up, it's going to have to deal with this. But there's a 28% chance that it's going to hold. That means there's a 72% chance that it's going to break it. So the system understands that and it does this calculation based on that. So we're able to see live how price is reacting and what it needs to do. So he already told us we need to break this point because this is the pullback. Price can come up here and then come back down to continue to the downside. Or if it breaks this, then we could be looking for a breakout to the upside. So, but time will tell. We'll see what it does. And that's all you need to do. It's pretty straightforward once you understand how the market works. Uh, this you really don't need to have much of an understanding of the market as against you just understanding how to trade the market. And the important thing is you have a tool that helps you and guides you. For as long as you can read, you can trade, especially with this tool. Now you don't need all the intellectual knowledge to be able to do this, right? So We've been doing this now for how many minutes? Maybe about 5 minutes. All right. So you pick up a job that pays you $20 an hour. You just made $50 in less than 10 minutes. You can take this and run, and you've secured yourself $50 for the day. For the 5 minutes. But it's just about what you can risk and what you can't risk. So when you pick up a 9 to 5 that pays you $25 an hour, or you're waiting or Uber driving, you're fooling yourself. Uber won't pay you $50 an hour, right? So if you learn this, if you can just invest in the tool, then it becomes a lot easier for you. Your waitressing is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Nobody's going to pay you this. Yeah, you put money on it. You risk money. Yes, that's correct. You're going to risk some money. But like I told you, my risk is only $140. That's it, right? I'm only risking $140 to make about $500. I can save money and just take it and run and say, oh, I'm good. That's what I was supposed to make by the hour anyway. So I'll just take that and run away with it. But then you're not going to make as much that way. So without this tool, you can look at taking losses, but with this tool, forget about it. Your days of losses are over. All you have to do is just follow the guidelines and you're going to do just fine. That's simple. That's simple. Doesn't require any rocket science. You just need to know. We'll give you a walkthrough on how to use the tool, what to look for, where to get into a trade, how to manage your trade. And we trade live during market hours. So we have like-minded people that we're trading together, making money together, and we're helping each other out, answering questions where needed. We see the same thing, so we don't need to tell you buy here, sell here. No. Now, we're up $87. If you want to take this right now, you can take it. Nobody is going to stop you from taking it. But the market is working. So why do you need to jump in and start running away with money? So we've been doing this now for how long? How long have we been on this? Less than yeah, less than 10 minutes. I'm already up $87. So we're up $87 in less than 10 minutes. So tell me who's going to pay you $87 in 10 minutes or $87 an hour. That's what I'm talking about, right? So this is $100 now. So if you want to take this $100, say, you know what, I'm good. That's what was that? If we divide 100 divided by 8, okay, so if you have a job that pays you $12 an hour, you need 8 hours of job to be able to make the $100 that we just made here. So, and that's the point. Once you understand this, how much does this tool cost? $275 a month. You make that money in one day, and whatever you make for the rest of the month is yours. How much do you need to trade? Very simple. Very simple. I tell people start small. Start small. Just put $1,000. Put $1,000 in your account and just trade. You start small, trade 1 or 2 contracts, and do that for 2 weeks so you get familiar with this. 1 or 2 contracts, your risk will not be more than $25. Using our tool, you will be able to make a decent amount of money. By the end of 2 weeks, you should have made the account to at least 1,005. Then we increase to 5 contracts. Now we're ready to make some money. You increase to 5 contracts and you grow the account like that. And gradually, you're growing the account. I don't believe in you trading prop firm. You can trade prop firm, but it's not really necessary. If you can sum up, if you can raise up $1,000, then if you grow it to 1,005, you can withdraw the 500 and keep the 1,000 there. But if you have a prop firm, then you have to make a certain amount. They have to make money before you start to make money. So it depends on what works for you. If you want to use a prop firm, you can because the price of admission is low. But I don't like it personally. So my advice, just get your money right and bring it to the market so you can generate some income for yourself. And you can make withdrawals every day, every week. It don't matter. It's your call, you know. And you just pace yourself. You just pace yourself. So the market goes in cyclical, it's gonna go up and down, up and down. You can't worry about it. You take a risk, you accept the risk. You see, we're up $100, now we're flat. But you can't worry about that. Now we're down $12. But again, we accepted our risk. We have to let the trade play itself out, right? The market is telling us that the trend is long, even though there is no signal, but it says the trend is bullish, but no entry signal has fired. So we'll stay in the trade and just let it do its thing because you have to give it room to move. It has to be able to breathe. You jump in and jump out, you're going to be working for the brokerage firm that is killing you on commission. So you take a trade, you accept the risk, and you just sit back and relax. You don't need to do anything. You've already accepted the risk. Here's your risk here. One, two. Total of these two comes to $140. That's what you're going to lose. But in this trade, when you use our tool, you don't have to worry about those type of losses because we get you in at the right spot that doesn't surprise you, and then you'll be fine. While that trade is going on, let me show you some things. This is today. The system fired here for an entry. Boom. You sit in that trade all the way up here. You're out. That's at least a $1,500 trade. The system guides you through it. You don't even need to sweat. Here's another one. Boom. You just sit through it. Here's another one to the downside. You don't need to worry about it. Here's another one to the upside. Boom. The system fires. See where it fired? Boom. The system fires and you got a trade. It's at least a $4,000 trade. Forget about it. So if you can use that tool, if you have eyes to see and you can follow simple instruction, there is money to be made. There is money to be made. So you just have to be ready to make that money. You spend money to make money. Yes, you pay $275 for a tool, but that's a month. You make more than that. That's why we make it very easy. We give it to you 7 days free of use. We are confident that at the end of 7 days, you would have made at least the money that you use, the monthly subscription, you would have made it back. And then it becomes a lot easier. The rest of the month will be free for you. Once you make the two, if you have an account that is $1,000, you make $275. It covers your monthly use of the software. And then every day you just come, rinse and repeat, and you make money and walk away. And you just keep packing your money. Keep packing your money. You can walk into the market and walk away with $500 every day just from $1,000 account. Just walk away with $200 every day. 200 times 20, that's $4,000 a month. In order for you to make $4,000 a month, that means you have to get a job that pays you $65,000. What am I saying? No, about $75,000 a year. Because this is, you're working for yourself when you're doing this. So that whole 4,000 that you make in 1 month at the end of the year is 48,000. You know how that works? When you work for someone with a $48,000 job, before you see a penny of that money, the IRS already takes his own percentage out of that money. They already take theirs. Then they give you the rest. So you have a $48,000 job, they'll give you what? 32? They'll give you 32,000. Then at the end of the year, you fight taxes to get something back. Maybe if you're lucky, you get 3,000 back. So let's say you make 40,000, 41,000 at the end of the year. But when you work for yourself, you make $48,000 at the end of the year. Uncle Sam says, okay, Mr. X, you made $48,000 at the end of this year. Well, what are your expenses? Oh, well, I have an office space out of my house. I have my car that I used to drive around. I had to meet my clients. You listed all your expenses, and before you know it, your total expense is $20,000. So Uncle Sam says, okay, you made 48,000. You spend $20,000 on the business. 48 minus 20, that's 28,000. So we need to tax you on that 28,000. So we tax you on the $28,000. That's how it works. So of the 28,000, they say, well, we're going to give it to you at, let's make it outrageous, 30%. What's that? About $8,000. So you only pay $8,000. Meanwhile, the person that had a 9 to 5 that had to report to a manager, all that for 48,000 didn't make as much as you. You have your money up front and spend all of it. Then at the end of the year, you can then write off. Now, if you have a lot of write off, maybe your spouse works, then you have a way to now write it off. At the end of the day, you can find yourself having zero taxes. So your whole 48,000 becomes yours. So when you hear politicians say, yeah, the rich have to pay their fair share, there's no fair share they're paying. The way the system works, there's no fair share they can pay because the system doesn't take money from them until after the fact. The system asks the businessman, how much have you made this year? That happens at the end of the year. Said I made $100,000. Then they ask, how much is your expense? Then he starts to list everything and throw everything in it. So if he says his expense is $80,000, guess what? They will only tax him on 20,000. They will only tax him on 20,000. So don't fall into that gimmick of the rich don't pay their fair share. Figure out a way to get yours. Here is one way. The market is open every time. You just have to have the right tool, the right knowledge for you to be able to go into the market and get yours from the market. And that's what we're here for, to teach you how to do it yourself. For a nominal fee of $275 a month. I think it's fair exchange for all the knowledge and the education and the mentorship. I think it's worth it. I think you can do that. At least you don't have to lose money trying to figure it out. We've already figured it out for you. We know where you can buy, we know where you should sell, and we just simplify things for you. All you have to do is just sit back and relax. So if you say, you know what, I want to make $50 an hour, boom, you make $50 there. Take it, sit back, wait for the next entry within the next hour. Then you find another hour, made another $50. That gives you $50 an hour if that's what you want to do. But we don't trade like that. When we take a trade, we sit and we just watch. We let the trade play itself out. We don't fight it. We don't force it. We don't challenge it. We don't move stops unnecessarily. We don't panic when we see red candles. No. We just look at the power meter and we see what the power meter is telling us. Right now it's saying the trend is long. It says the trend is long. When you mouse over it, it tells you what's happening. It says long buyers. FemyRangePro Plus has set directional trend to long, combined with session layers for trading window contests. So it says long 28%, very low confluence. Say stand aside. We're already in the trade, so we're not standing aside. Now it says the market pulse is consolidating. So all time frames are not in full agreement. Now we're getting, once you see all green here, oh, the bulls is 100%. That's good. So we're looking good, but we're still not clean. Remember when I told you earlier that there is the pullback? You see that purple, this is the pullback. It's come down. It was up here before. Now the take profit is here. So if I move this down, this is P2. This is P1, I believe. Where is P1? Where is P1? P1 disappeared on me. Oh, this is P1. So P1 is, so the system actually predicts where price is going to go. No other tool out there predicts the future like our tool does. Some people can try and tell you, oh, here is take profit, profit target. We're not talking of profit target. We're talking of projected point where price is going to. So that's where price is going to. I wish we have time to wait till it gets there just to justify and prove it to you. But you have 7 days of free use to decide. And then, but I'll tell you this much. We have zero retention, zero churn rate. There is nobody that has used that tool for 7 days that have left. After 7 days, it's like sign me up. I need this like water need, like flowers need rain. So we stand by what we're selling, and that's why we give it free for you for 7 days. Someone said, "Can I have it for 1 week? Can I have it for 1 month?" I said, "Can a brother make some money too?" Come on, you're gonna make money in a week. You want to make the whole annual money in 1 month? It took it took over a year to build this system. So I hope you guys can appreciate it and respect the sleepless nights that went into putting this together. Now we're trading this. What time is it? This is 11 p.m. Eastern time. So 11:13 p.m. So market is slow at this time. It's not, the market is not really moving, but I wanted to record this and just share it with you guys so you can see how the tool works and you'll be able to take advantage of it if you want to. All right. So we have different things that come on this screen. So this Z is zone diamond. So it's saying at this point there is support, a supply or demand zone, or a support and resistance zone that we could experience a rejection here. But this Z is based on historical. So it looks back into many months to say, has this happened before? If so, let me know. So this is what it's telling us, that at this point in the past, price has struggled to go up. So when it gets to this Z, we might struggle to go up. But that doesn't mean we won't break it. Just look at supply and demand and support and resistance. Look at them as speed bumps in your neighborhood. It doesn't mean you should stop. It just means be cautious. Take note. All right? And that's all that is. So that's what we're trading. We just, you see how calm we are with the trade because we've already accepted our risk. And no matter what happens, we're just chilling. We're just chilling, waiting for the trade to play itself out. Just chilling, waiting for the trade to play itself out. And when it does, we're going to get paid without a doubt. We could get paid now, but that's small money. We want to make real money. So we stay in the trade. Nobody is forcing us out because we took the trade accepting the risk. So we just need to sit back and relax. Just sit back and relax. Sometimes trades like this, I'll walk away from it because I've already accepted the risk. Here's the risk, sell stop, sell stop. Once the risk is accepted, you leave it alone. You leave it alone and let the trade play itself out. So this order, there's a sell order here, there's a sell order here. If price comes here, it will sell 5. I have 10 contracts. If price comes here, it sell the other 5. But we'll see what it does. We'll hang here for till this candle closes. Right now it's 13. There's 13 minutes left on this 13:32. This is on the 30-minute candle. So there's 13 minutes left on this 30-minute candle. And the time here is on the 3-minute candle. So we'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. Price is moving, so we'll wait another 13 minutes to see how this market plays itself out. So right now we're trying to go up again. We'll see what happens. We're again up 62.75. We're up $100 earlier on. That's the most we've made. That's the most we've seen. So when price gets here, it will be $100. So we need price to break this point so you can move up to the next level. So we'll see what happens. But things are looking good. The bulls is 100%. The 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, they're looking strong. You see? Strong bullish. Bulls developing. So this is looking good. Long 49%. Low reduced size or weight. Before it says no trade. Now it's saying long 49%. So that's positive. That's a good thing. So we broke this high and then came back a little bit down, but we're still on track. We're not going to panic about it. We just sit and relax. The mistake people make is they see some money, they quickly move the stop, then the thing takes them out, and now it's difficult to get back in. No, we don't have that problem. This tool helps us through all of that. So we just chill, relax, and watch. It's very simple. You are your own boss. You're your own accountability partner. If you join our Discord and you're open and honest, we'll be your accountability partner to help you when you go reckless. But you have to be able to have self realization that if you're messing up, you're messing up. How do you mess up? Buying more than you can stomach. Because the more contract you buy, the more your risk when you get into a trade. Because right now I have 10 contracts, right? So 10 contracts, I put a risk of $140 into it. Now, if I go to 100 contracts, that means that risk becomes $1,400. But of course, you won't have an account that has that size, because that's why I told you to start with $1,000 account so you don't go too crazy, right? So we're already guiding you through being successful in a very controlled manner that you won't have to stress yourself or sweat it. All right, we're getting to that Z zone. We want to be able to break this and break out. So we're up $150. Now 137. It's not even 1 hour yet. So if you make $150 an hour and you say, that's it, I'm done, I'll wait another hour. Imagine that. Just imagine that. Who's going to pay you? What job will pay you $150 an hour? Let me guess. I'm waiting. That's what I thought. None. Well, I mean, if you're, if you have to have a serious job, an executive job, a doctor, you know. So, and how much money are we talking about? More than you can imagine. The sky is the limit for what you can make. Look at it this way. It's the easiest example I always give people. It's like going to rob a bank and you get there and you start counting the number of denominations that you want. Who has time for that? Or you say, you know what, I've had enough for today. I laugh when people say that, I've had enough for today. The vault is open for you to take as much as you can. Why limit yourself? Tomorrow is not promised. You don't know if they're going to close the vault tomorrow. So when the vault is open today, take what the vault has to give you. It's that simple. Because there is going to be days where the market is just sideways and it will be hard to make money. Luckily for you, our system helps you navigate that one. We have a way for you to make money, but you won't make as much as you normally make on a day that the market is trending. So on a day that the market is trending, you want to take as much money as you can. Open the trunk, you know, go and grab some more bags, whatever it is. Just make sure you pack as much money as you can when the vault is open. And that's how you do it. So you could have taken a profit there. We haven't moved that stop because the market is still bullish. For as long as we're not closing below these green dotted lines, we're fine. We'll be fine. We told you we're going to experience a resistance at this point, meaning it's going to struggle to move forward. It struggled. Then they're going to try and see if they can try it again, but it's giving another zone up here. So it's not going to be an easy fit to get to this projection one, but he's going to try. He's going to try because he wants to go up. And he says, verdict says strong bullish. So the market wants to go up. And all we can do when the market wants to go up, let it do its thing. Then we make money. All right? It's that simple. It's very straightforward. You follow the rules, you're going to be fine. The system has a way of rewarding you when you do the right thing. It's like your social security. No, what is it called? It's like your credit report. When you pay on time, they reward your credit. They give you more. Okay. Now we're seeing some resistance, but we don't panic before we see a red. Because we saw a red candle, we let the market dictate. As you can see, the trend is still long. The verdict is still long, but the probability is low. So all this that is coming down is not a failure to the downside yet. It's just one of those things that happen in the market. It's cyclical. So you just have to adapt, adjust, and look at that. But the system keeps us in the trade. We're just chilling. We're just chilling and we're making money. Now, if we are taking this trade and we say, okay, we knew it was going to have a bottleneck there, boom, we take the 150, then we wait till it comes back down here, buy again, up to here, another 150. We could trade like that. But this is not the time to trade like that. But I'm trying to show all the different possibility that the trade, how to be patient when you're using this tool to take a trade. Another time I'll teach how to scalp, which is what we call it, how to scalp trades. And then we have another one that we use for swing trading, which is when you hold a trade for longer than 2 hours. Those ones are always wider, but the system tells you when to get in and it tells you when to get out, so you don't have to worry about it. We can leave this so I can show you what that looks like and we'll come back to it. So this is what that looks like. So this is a longer, this is operating on the 2 hours. So it's looking at a 2 hour zone, meaning you only react every 2 hours. Right? So like this, price 174, it went all the way to 192. That's almost a 20-point move. That's huge. But let's continue. So, but that's using our swing trading setup. This one is for intraday, meaning you're trading under an hour. So each of these candle is 30 minutes. So we're representing the 30-minute candle. So price is going up. Price is obviously going up. So we'll let it do its thing. We said we're going to wait till this is over. 3:20. So we have 3 minutes, 17 seconds left. And at that point, I'll just move the stop so it can take us out and we'll be out of the trade with that money. As a matter of fact, I can move my stop now. I can say I'm going to move this guy to this point, and I'm going to move this guy to this point. So what that means is if I go and look at how much I will make if price comes down to that point, I'll tell you now. So if this, so no, if I do this, so I'll be making about, so there's 10 contracts, 5 each. So I'll be making about $37 if it takes me out at this point. $37, right? But if I move my stop up, then I'll be making a lot more. I will be making a lot more. All right, we're looking good, looking good. So if I move it here, if I move it here, and I move this guy here, so now I have 10 contracts at this price. If I look at what so if I move this guy here, and I say my take profit is at $43.75 for each contract. That's 43 for each 5, and I have 10. So that's about $86. So that's about $86 that I'll make on this trade. As you can see, if you look down here, account balance is 100,360 something. The equity is 100,240. The profit right now is 112, which is what we see here. So when it closes, we'll see what my account balance is. All right. So I'm using a prop firm to show this because I can't, my brokerage is not connected to this account. So I just want to use it to show you guys how it works. So I can't lose on this trade. Doesn't matter what it does. I cannot lose. Whatever happens, I'm going to walk away with some money. I'm going to walk away with at least $85. So equities account started as 100,240. So let's see what the account balance is when it closes. Whatever it closes, 100,240 minus the account balance will be how much was made on that trade. So, and this is all you do. You just sit down and relax and let the trade play itself out. Sit back, relax, let the trade play itself out. As you can see, we're getting some confirmation here. Bulls is developing with some bulls, strong bull boost zone, favorable, watch for trigger. So, and all the higher time frame are firing. Is long. We know we're in after hours. Now our long confluence has changed to 60%. It was at 40% before. So the direction is looking very promising. And sorry, a new 30 minutes has started. So there's 29 minutes left on this trade. It's not trying to take us out. It's just going. I'm enjoying this. I'd rather stay in and let him just keep going. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'll let it, I can move it up a little bit more. Let me see what will get me $100. So if this is it, if I move it here, that's 56. So that's $56 each one. So that will be $100. So that'll be 156 times 2. $112. So if price comes down, I will lock $112. Right now it's up $137. And that's how you do it. Now, if price gets to, so this is where we bought. If price gets up here, that would be $175. If price gets up here, that would be $393. But that's 5 contracts. So 10 contracts would be about $800. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's not catch a let's not let's not catch let's not count chickens before they hatch. Let's just be patient and let the trade play itself out. Now I moved my stop close here because I want to get out of the trade, but I don't want to do it myself. I want the system to take me out. So I'm just going to leave it like that till it takes me out. But my goal is to show you how the system works and how you can take advantage using our system to make money consistently from the market. All right. I hope that is helpful to someone. So I hope that is helpful to someone. I'm just looking at some settings. What is this saying? I don't need that. Okay. All right. So let's see what he does. It's not taking us out yet. So we're still in this trade. And we're up 162. We're up $162. So let's see. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. That's just it. We're just sitting and chilling. We're just sitting and chilling, letting the trade play itself out. We ain't doing nothing about it. We're not forcing the issue. We're just waiting for the trade to play itself out. Come rain, come sunshine, we know we're going to walk away with at least $100, $112 on this trade. So no matter what happens, we are going to walk away with $112 because we moved this stock from down here to here. So if price comes there, yeah. If it continues, we make some more money. And that's it. That's how you do it. It's that simple. It is that simple. So this is what we do, and in our Discord room during this time we just keep communicating with one another. Sometimes we shoot the breeze, or we just sit and relax and just watch what price is doing and just talk. Some people have multiple trades going, but right now, if it's during the day, I will have SPY. I'll be trading option on SPY. I'll be looking at whatever is coming in on this signal, and then I'll go into the swing trade and I'll look for any swing opportunity that appears in here that take this trade or not take this trade, and I take those. Then I manage my trades throughout the day. And that's how it's done. That's all we do. That's all we do. We're up $175. This is real dollars. We take that money, if you're wrong with it, we've almost paid for the subscription fee. I think that's what I'll do. I'll stop when we hit the subscription fee, which is $275. And you see how quick it is to make the monthly subscription. And once you make that, the remaining money you make goes into your own pocket, and we save you from the trouble of losing money. You just come out every day and make money. There are those that, hey, I just want to make $500 a day. Guess what? That's $10,000 a month. In order for you to make $10,000 take home a month, well, you need at least $175,000 salary. So you need to get a job that pays you almost $200,000 in order for you to take home $10,000 a month. Think about that. Just from making $500 a day conservatively. That would be conservatively. So if you imagine we got in here, from here to here is returning almost $200. So imagine what from here to here would have returned, or what from here to here would have returned, or what from here to here would have returned. You see what I'm saying? What are we talking about? What are we talking about, people? There's money to be made in this market once you know what you're doing. And you have the discipline to follow through. That's the key thing, is having the discipline to follow through. Just follow simple instructions. Don't force the issue. Simple instruction. Just follow simple instruction and you'll be fine. And that's all that needs to happen. Well, I'm not going to be here for another 20 minutes, but I'm sure you get the point. This trade is still on. It's up $175. And right here, I think what did I say we're at? 100 and let me do it again, just to be sure how much we're up. So the trade started, where did the trade start? Yeah, the trade started here. The trade started, this is the stop loss. Yeah, so it's okay. So the trade started here. 5 contract is 56.25. So 10 contracts. Well, let me just do it for the 10 contracts. Why am I doing 5? So let me do the 10 contracts. We have 10 contracts. So 10 contracts right now is $112, and that's the stop loss. So that's what it is right there. And so if it gets up here, it's $437, and if it gets up here, it's $862. So we are still making money. So we're here. I can move my stop to here. It's very simple. I'm just moving the stop, just locking in profit as I go. So if I look at how much I've locked in now, so right now, here is my buy zone. Here is my stop loss. So I've locked in $137. So I've secured $137 right now. My take profit, there is one at 362. The second one is at 787. So we sit and relax. We sit and relax. So we've locked in 137.50. The trade is still going. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So, well, I hope this is helpful. Visit https://www.FemyRange.com. You could see it in here, FemyRange.com. So feel free to send a message to info@FemyRange.com, or just go to our website and there's a contact there. All right. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a blessed day.